Welcome back everyone, Mike here. Before I get started with today's video, I want to go over two things real quick. The first thing is, if you remember back about 5 weeks ago, I did a video called How to Grow Grass in Shady Areas. Well, this is what it looked like then. This is what it looks like now. So that grass came in really well, and although I'd like to take all the credit for that, it's probably just due to the fact that we had a really wet May and we had a good mix of rain days and sunny days, and the grass started growing before all the leaves came out on the trees, so it had a fighting chance. But it looks pretty healthy and it looks pretty good, so hopefully it'll stick around all summer and fall. We'll see what happens, but it'll all kind of depend on the weather, I'm sure. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is the firewood stacking competition. So this coming Friday, I will upload a video with all the rules and everything and how this whole thing is going to go down, but it's open to everybody across the whole world, and I'm going to be contributing one big prize for the winner. But like I said before, if this thing can kind of grow legs, I think we may be able to get a few more prizes into the prize pool. We will see how that goes, but I am definitely going to contribute one grand prize, and I'll go over what that is in Friday's video. So instead of calling it, the firewood stacking competition, not a bad name, I got a better name, much better name. I didn't come up with this, a guy from Australia did, named Paul, but we're going to call it, that's right, Woodstack 2018. That will be the name of the firewood stacking competition. So that's pretty catchy. That was a good idea Paul had from Australia. Thank you, Paul, for that. So anyway, let me get started with today's video, and we'll go from there. So I'm sure that most everyone that follows our channel and has been for a while knows what our channel is all about. But if you're just visiting with us for the first time, I'll give you a brief summary. We live here in Western Pennsylvania. We have a bunch of property, joins my mother's place. So we have just about 100 acres total, and about 95% of that property is all woods. And our channel is about all the things we do here on the property: deer hunting, firewood, tractors, Jeeps, building trails, and just projects and things we like to do here on the property to enjoy it and maintain it. So that's what this channel is about. So anyway, this past January, I entered into a partnership with Rural King, and Rural King's a big store. They opened their first one in 1960. It's a fantastic store, and I said that long before they ever approached me about a partnership for this channel. It's the kind of store for anyone that's kind of like a do-it-yourself, or you like taking care of your own stuff, and it doesn't matter if you've got a half acre of property or 1,000 acres. They got everything that you would ever need. So anyway, I entered in this partnership with Rural King back in January. Well, just recently, Stihl power equipment, they go together with Rural King, kind of like peanut butter and jelly, because everybody that shops at Rural King, like I said, are like do-it-yourself type people, outdoorsy people, and of course they're going to sell a lot of Stihl power equipment. So Rural King sells a bunch of their equipment. Well, I guess some guys from Rural King, I don't know how this all went down, to be honest with you, but they shared some of my videos with some people from Stihl. Long story short, I had a visit this past week from a rep from Stihl, and his name was Nick. And Nick is a super nice guy. He's very, very knowledgeable on all Stihl products. He's a very technical kind of guy, and he knows everything. So what I was thinking is maybe down the road, you could ask some questions in the comments if you want to know anything about Stihl products. And he passes through this area once in a while, and we could get him on camera to answer any questions you may have. But Nick was a great guy. We had a great visit. And he's a big duck hunter, a deer hunter, he's a big fisherman, and we talked about equipment and all those things. That's a pretty good day in my mind. But anyway, I look forward to seeing Nick again. But when Nick was here, he dropped off some equipment for me to use here on the property. And so that's pretty exciting. If you've watched our channel, you know how much I love my Stihl 036 Pro chainsaw. I've had that thing for 25 years, something like that. Hundreds and hundreds of cords of wood I've cut with that saw. Been fantastic. It's a fantastic chainsaw. But anyway, Nick brought me some other stuff to use here on the property. So tonight, before it gets dark, I want to try out the first thing, and that is a new BR700 backpack blower. I have heard nothing but wonderful things about these backpack blowers from everybody I know that uses them, landscapers. I just put a picture on our Facebook page, Outdoors with the Morgans. You have to check that out if you like. A picture of this new blower, and you have to read some of the comments. People love these things. But anyway, let's take a look at this blower and try this thing out. So here I'll give you a look at this blower. This is a Stihl BR700 backpack blower. This thing is a beast. It's got a 64.8 cc engine. It weighs 23.4 pounds. The fuel capacity is 47.3 ounces. The air velocity, max air velocity, is 197 miles per hour. And the air volume at the nozzle, 912 CFM. I can't wait to try this thing out. So over here next to the fence line by the old swing set, I've got a bunch of leaves and debris that haven't been cleaned up this spring. So I'm going to try this BR700 out on this little area right here. We'll see how it does. The leaves that were over by the fence were almost a foot deep, and at least 6 or 8 inches of them were half decomposed, soaking wet, really heavy. This thing works like a dream. That took 8 minutes to do that. It's amazing. Yeah, this thing's a real deal here. So last night after I tried out the BR 700 blower, I kind of got sidetracked, had to do a couple other things, and it got dark on me before I could wrap this video up, so I'm going to do that here this morning. So this blower, there's not a whole lot to say about it. They are just fantastic. I mean, that's really all you got to say. I've never heard a bad word about a Stihl backpack blower. Everybody that has them just loves them. I have used a Husqvarna backpack blower for probably 8 years, something like that. And it starts, it runs, all that, but comparing that to this, there's no comparison at all. I mean, I could do a comparison video between the two, but I would just be wasting your time and my time, because it would kind of be like comparing a Prius to a Formula One car. There's no comparison at all. I spend probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 hours a year just on leaf cleanup in the fall. Most of our yard's all trees, a mix of maples, cherries, and oaks. And those oak leaves are like big hunks of cardboard that hit the ground. And you know, I'll leave for work in the morning, you'll come home, it's covered. Blow some off, next morning they're covered. It's just over and over again. And a lot of people say, oh, you can just mulch them up with your mower. You can't do that when they're a foot thick. And we just get inundated with leaves, and it's always a constant battle. But this blower here is really going to speed things up. You know, you always try to find easier and better ways to do things. This will help out tremendously. Like I said, 50, 60 hours a year with a blower just on the yard here at the house. I'll cut that in half easily with this BR 700, maybe even better than that. So I'm kind of looking forward to that this fall. Usually I hate the idea of leaf cleanup. This year should be a little bit different story, and it'll be a lot easier. And so I look forward to that. So I was telling you about Nick from Stihl dropping some equipment off here to use at the property. Let me show you something else that you're going to be seeing a lot more of here. That is a Stihl MS362. It's a beautiful saw. Nick dropped that off the other day along with the BR 700 backpack blower, plus a bunch of other equipment that you'll be seeing here in upcoming videos down the road. But I can't wait to use that chainsaw. That one will kind of replace the Stihl 036 Pro. Actually, I don't really want to say replace. The 036 Pro has been a very loyal and a fantastic chainsaw for 25 years. So I'll use them both. We'll see how that goes. But I am looking forward to using the 362 and trying that out. And I'll also give you more information on this blower in future videos. I just kind of want to try it out there last night, and I'm impressed. Also, something else I want to mention, this Friday, the Bantam Jeep Festival in Butler, we're going to have a little meetup. If anybody wants to come up and BS about tractors or firewood or whatever, Melissa and I will be there with our Jeep. You don't need a Jeep to attend, but it's a big event. You can look it up, Bantam Jeep Festival in Butler. We'll be there Friday evening at the Jeep Invasion. And like our Facebook page, Outdoors with the Morgans, and we'll kind of post updates there on where we're going to be and what time and stuff. But it'll be Friday evening sometime this week. And I think that's about it. But hey, I just want to say thank you to Stihl for providing this equipment. Thanks for Rural King. But mostly, I want to thank everybody that watches this channel. This has really been quite a ride here over the last year and a half. It just kind of keeps growing, and we're building a really cool community here. All a bunch of like-minded people. We enjoy the outdoors. The kind of people that like, would rather be out cutting your grass than on a golf course. That's how I am. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.